Welcome to this little guide to Audacity. Audacity is basically the program that, if you do anything with recording your voice, this is probably a program you want to have. And it really doesn't matter what you do with your voice, because this is probably the best audio capture program there is. It's completely free, and it will always make you sound better. It will pretty much always improve the audio quality. In this video, I'm going to look at the basics that if you want to use Audacity, you want to use it mainly for these things. Here I have a little audio thing recorded. Let's take a listen to it. This is a bit of me talking. This was an awkward silence. Achoo! That was me sneezing, and this is uncomfortably fast after the last sentence. Now, the first thing you might notice is, well, basically that this is a thing. Constant background buzz. This is something that not the best mics always will have, but it's also something that is just hard to avoid if you work with a computer. Computers have a tendency to have fans in them, and fans tend to make a bit of noise. So, how do we get rid of this? Because that is the main draw of Audacity. You can just get rid of 90% of that buzzing. It's under Effects, and sorry, my Audacity is in Dutch, but the names will be the same. I mean, most things aren't even translated. So you go to something like Noise Suppression or Buzz Suppression, and then you'll get to this screen. First, you need to select a part with just the buzz. This needs to be only the buzz and as long as possible. I personally always take 10 seconds. It's overly long, but I like it being slightly overly long. So you just take the buzz profile. Then you either don't select the thing at all or select the entire thing. Go to the same screen and press this button. And would you look at that? Suddenly you have a lot less spikes, which also results in it sounding now like this. That's much better, right? This is always step one for me. First, get rid of that buzz. Now, then we have this awkward silence here. Mainly this awkward silence. Now, let's say that you're making a video in which you are talking over some footage. Not directly linked to the footage, it's just you are talking and you have some footage under it, or just a picture or something like that. And you want to shorten this. Then you just zoom in, which is, well, you zoom in the same way you zoom in any program, controlling and scroll. And you select a piece. I always like to leave about 1 second space, and you press delete. So now we have still a bit of space left here, but now it turns into this. This is a bit of me talking. This was an awkward silence. And now it's not as much of an awkward silence. And especially if you put a bit of background music on, then this is very serviceable. Let's first take a look at actually this part. That was me sneezing, and this is uncomfortably fast after the last sentence. Now, that isn't really nice. It's not nice if the video just immediately cuts to the next part of you talking. So here we generate some silence. And like I said, I like to take about 1 second. So here you can just say how long do you want the silence to last. So 1 second. And now it's "That was me sneezing." And this is uncomfortably fast after the last sentence. And now it no longer is. But let's take a look at this part as well. Awkward silence. Achoo! That was me sneezing. Let's say something like that happens during a Let's Play or something. You sneeze or there is some background noise that is just a one-time thing that you want to get rid of. Now you can do it, just select the thing and delete it. That's perfectly fine. The problem is, if you want to synchronize this with, for instance, a Let's Play, then now the rest of your commentary will be too early. So instead of doing that, you can select the part that you want to remove, also use generate, and once again silence. And then it selects the time how long this takes. And you can also change this time. Because if I do this now, that part will be turned into silence. Or for instance, I want to remove it but leave some silence in between. Then I can select it like this, make this 1 second, and now that part turned into 1 second of silence. And now for the other most useful tool that Audacity has, at least in my opinion. Normalizing. So we select the entire thing, or you select nothing, normalize, and then, well, this is the settings that I always use. 0 decibels is always what I aim for, and this basically makes the highest part of the audio, moves it up to this height, up to this decibel level, and the other parts will also become higher. So let's say that you are kind of silent, like I am, it will make the entire thing a bit louder. And this also, let's say that you record one episode late at night, so you have to be a bit more silent. If you are consistently a bit more silent, it won't be noticed in the video. But if I do this, it won't do as much as I want it to. Because now it will sound like this. This is a bit of me talking. Perfectly fine, right? It didn't quite work the way I wanted it because of this here. Now I'll talk quickly what that is after this, but I just undid it, Ctrl Z like in any other program, and just select the entire audio thing except this one mark. And then normalize. Alright. Now it's a bit louder. This is a bit of me talking. That is probably the same loudness as I'm talking at right now. Because what I'm recording right now will also go through Audacity, like, well, basically this part that I'm doing right now. So now we turned that basically hopeless file, that hopeless audio sample, into this is a bit of me talking. Something listenable. This was an awkward silence. That was me sneezing. And this is uncomfortably fast after the last sentence. Now, let's quickly talk about this little mark, which I think is actually a pretty good word for it. I basically have all my audio files start with this, because this is how I sync it up with my videos. Because if you want to use this to record your voice for a Let's Play, which I highly advise that you do because, well, this program is pretty bloody amazing. And if you record them separately, you have the option to, and if you record them separately, you will just fix your voice's audio while not damaging the audio from the game. But you need a way to sync it up. And for that you need to be able to record your voice with your video recording software, but only for a short time. Basically a press to talk. And then you just press that one button, then make a clear noise, like this mark. And then when editing them together, you can sync up the marks in the game recording and your voice recording. And you can make this mark with an abundance of ways. Snapping your fingers, a clap is also good. The click of a pen is good. I personally kind of snap my nails because I can't snap my fingers. But something that makes a very clear noise at one specific moment. Something that you get a clear mark like this. Now for the last part. You have your audio. Now you need to export it. Now, give it a name. And save it. I originally forgot about this little screen that you get while exporting, because OBS came over it because I'm recording this on my smaller monitor, because so the entire video is not extremely small. And basically here you can just add a lot of values to your audio file. And if you're just making videos, especially if you're making Let's Plays, you won't do anything with this. This is mainly for if you are an artist and I guess you're making songs, then maybe this is useful, but yeah, just press OK. The audio file will export and you're done. And that's basically a crash course to Audacity, the program that you definitely want to use if you have a bad mic, but even if you have a great mic, you'll want to use this. Like I said, if anything, just to remove the noise that the fans in your computer make. So yeah, I hope it was useful. If anything is unclear or you have any other questions, let me know. The stupider the better. This has been Vinx, saying farewell.